We're going to be coloring a page out of Beauties and Beasties by Camilla.
Oh, look at the way the name just flashes as you move it back and forth.
Do a little adult coloring because, you know, I haven't colored live in a while. And, we're going to do this page. Why not?
Which one are you doing?
This one.
Great.
Yeah, that one right there. Oh, I was like, what is that? An ad?
Kimball's watching because I have to make sure the audio works, and now there's an add-on. He's like, what's happening? Is everything okay?
Oh, my God.
That's fine.
That's better, isn't it?
Yeah, great.
So, I've been using the Luminance.
Come down and tell us here.
I've been using the Caran Luminance 6901 colored pencils, and I think I like them. Not better than Prismacolors, but maybe on par. I'm not sure. But I went out and got a couple more, and I want to just try them in a coloring book and see how it goes. So that's what I'm going to do. And they're in this.
Intimate.
They're in this.
Wouldn't you say?
And I got from Temu, like months and months ago when Temu was like the big thing. I did like one order from them, and I ordered a bunch of different stuff.
That was just enough for them to take your entire identity. Right there.
Well, so far.
Gone.
So far I've been fine.
Out the door.
I made a little color swatch. I printed off, I went to Caran and printed off their color swatch. I don't understand.
What?
Somebody, please tell me why. Okay, no, I have to get it out.
There he goes.
I'm off.
Where are you going?
Well, I just, like, why is it not in rainbow order? Like, I know there has to be a good reason.
Because they want to drive you insane.
It's working. But also, like, is it to do with the minerals?
I don't know. Who cares? What artist is like, hey, what minerals does... I want to work by minerals today.
Or, like, the pigment, I mean. Like, it's so annoying. So I did my own, with the colors that I have. And basically, I handpicked some colors, and then I bought, like, a set because it was way cheaper. And then I handpicked a few more.
Got it.
So, we are going to color this gem. Okay, she's going to turn out. I'm thinking we're going to go yellow tips on the horn, fade it to like a pinky purple, but like keep it light, and then do purple hair on top to blue hair, and then just like a palish skin tone, but like I'm going to do, I don't know, I want to incorporate some kind of color in her face. Maybe just like a circle around the eye or like a heart shape or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll make it up as we go. I'll probably forget. And then we'll color her hand and scarf or whatever. Those aren't important. So, somewhat new to these.
Somewhat nudities?
I know, right? I was like,
that's what I heard.
Like, oh my god.
Oh my god. Family Channel, Kimball. Not really.
Well, so that's basically it. That's the setup. That's the story. Will we stick to it? Probably for the most part.
Let's
sitting cross-legged.
Go to the comments real quick. We've got... Hello, okay, so that's for me. That's fine. Sadie says hi, all. Trisha says hello, everyone. Miss Lennox says hi, Rocky and Kimball. Hi, everyone. Diane says hi, Kimball. Hi, Rocky. So excited to catch a live stream.
Oh, hi, lovelies. Welcome, everybody.
And Lisa says hello from England. Love watching you both. You're amazing, Lisa.
Oh my god, we could be like neighbors and not even know it because we're in England too. If you didn't know. So, I didn't pick any colors because last
Good job.
time...
You are so prepared. High five.
Well, not last time, but the first time I did it, I pre-picked all my colors, and people were like, no, I want to see you pick your colors, which I think is a little strange, quite frankly, but that's fine. Color picking.
Oh, by the way, before Kimball gets started, just in case you didn't know, we have a vlog. Let me just put the link in here.
Why don't you just plug it?
If you guys want to see the best art stores in London, we have another channel called Rocky and Kimball, and this link right here will take you there. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, but not now, wait till the live stream's done.
And like by best, we mean my favorites.
Our top picks.
Yeah. Okay, so yellows. If this was Prismacolors, I'd basically be done by now. But I'm very unfamiliar with these, and I need to get better. And also, I have to go by the numbers. Is that like just a me thing? Because I can't be bothered to learn the names. Anyway.
Lisa says, "Are you in England? Oh wow, that's fantastic.
We are in England.
We are. We're near. We're in Buckinghamshire.
Buckinghamshire. Speaking of how to say things in England, we were corrected on how to say the Thames River, not the.
Oh my God! On the last vlog
whatever.
I call it the Tame River. I think I call it the Tame River. I don't know. And someone's like, "Yikes!" on the comments. I was like, "What is it?" And they're like, "It's the Thames." I was like, and I wrote exactly as it looks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It was funny. Like, it didn't bother us, but we're like, wait, how? So we had to like look up like, how do you actually say it?
No, I actually get really amused whenever people leave like weird comments or like whenever they're trying to diss us. Just because it makes me giggle so much, and then a lot of times I write really nice comments back, and then they're really nice after that.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to be offended by the things I don't know. Like, if I don't know it, I don't know it, and then I'll learn as I go.
Nothing gets people to comment on your videos more than you pronouncing something wrong. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. So we're gonna go into purples. So basically, I'm just taking a yellow. I might find like try to find like an in between. Do I have like a pale orangey
These
color?
are pretty pencils. So if you sorry, I know this. There's no stabilization when we do live streams. These pencils are really pretty though. I don't know if it'll actually focus. Kimball, do the hand thing. There you go. Perfect. You're such a good vlogger. Really pretty pencils.
Creepy face. Right. I don't have like a pale vermilion kind of color. So I might try using an orange just to... Okay, Rocky's messing up the order.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Messing up the order, darling.
Look how pretty.
So we're going to try to do that kind of vibe and going into... Where is this my 115? No, it's 112. And then we'll take it into 115.
I'll show all the numbers just in case you guys want them.
Oof.
Face them all up, Kimball.
Well, now I got to hold them in place.
There we go. Upside down, just for you guys.
And if you have the whole collection, you are definitely going to have more options than what I have here. Ooh, I'm wondering, though, if I should swap... Okay, we're taking out the bright orange. It's not the right...
Bright orange out. Get out of there.
It's not the right vibe. I'm sorry. I see this one. 68. Honey, darling, where are you at? 68. We're going to do it.
Says, what are the little stickers on the drawers by Kimball for?
This is like colored pencils, acrylic inks, watercolors, layer cakes, paint
and
pens.
then disappears beyond.
Yeah, and then it
the
goes
great
in
beyond.
aqua pastel stuff, and then alcohol markers, and at the bottom is oil pastels. It's just like art supplies, basically. Like, open it up. There's all my inks. Rocky, look at the inks.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I was reading comments.
So those are inks, and then like these ones are acrylic inks. And these stickers, if you're curious, are those. I don't know where I got them from.
Sticker marker. Trisha's like, you're so organized.
They're Japanese, but made in China. So however that works out. I try to be
Jeanette
organized.
says, lovely with Alive. I just love, love, love watching Kimball's coloring.
Thank you. I hope it goes well. That's all I care about, is that it goes well. Let's just start with the horns and the colors that I've pulled out. And then once we're done with those, we can kind of set them aside and pull out new colors for the skin and the hair and all that jazz.
Lisa's very excited that we're from England. Or that we live in England.
Yes.
We're not from here. But, I mean, technically, our ancestors might have come from here, but we don't.
Let's not have that debate.
Let's, oh my God, let's
Some people
just
I mean, if you want to go that way, then I'm from Ireland, which I'm not.
I mean, let's look at his skin tone, guys. Can you give us your best Irish brood?
No. Potatoes. It's from a show we just watched.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to start with this. Let's start with... I just screwed up my order. Oh, God, why did I do
Coloring View says, cartwheels into the room and has a seat.
Nailed it. 10 out of 10. Okay.
All
Ready?
together now.
Okay.
Give us, this is the situation here. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and fix it. Go ahead, Kimball. Okay.
Oh,
Don't turn it off.
oh God.
Don't stop the live stream.
There is so much pressure.
Okay.
Is it in?
I'm sure it's fine. You never asked before.
Well,
Okay, here we go. Where is that where you're going to be?
roughly.
Okay, and then your colored pencils can come over to fill up the weird empty space.
Here?
Oh, this is so loose. We'll have to fix that later.
Uh-oh.
It'll be fine.
Wait,
for
isn't
now.
it just this? Oh.
I don't think so.
How do you tighten that?
Here,
We're
it's
trying to
fine.
figure it out.
It's fine. Moving on.
Okay.
Don't keep them waiting.
Well, I try not to, but...
And then the pencils can come closer because it's prettier. Be great.
But see, then I have to, like, move it
Oh,
every
no,
time.
you're fine here. You don't need that. I hate that.
Here, we can keep this here.
Yeah, that's better. I like that.
There we go. A little
Get rid of that
fill.
hair. I don't like that. Okay, done.
You stay over there, sweaty McGretty.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to start with the lightest color, and that would be the tips of her horns. These feel weird because I'm like the wax pencils are much like smoother. They glide a lot easier. And the oil-based ones kind of grasp the paper.
Grasp.
Grasp.
Good word.
I don't know if it's a good word, but it's a word. You know what I did? See, I don't have like all the colors to do like the shading. So we're going to focus on the gradient first.
Camilla Villa says, you two and that damn camera setup.
Oh my god, I tell you, nothing but the best over here.
We've only been doing it for like years, and we're like, you know what, we can't be bothered to upgrade. This is all we're going to do.
Well, and then when we did upgrade, the camera that we upgraded to stopped working. So then we had to go back to the iPhone. And then my iPhone stopped working because it has like a white static noise when I film videos, which I can't fix, and it's very frustrating.
Kimball's whole world is just falling apart, you guys. What are we going to do?
Well, you know, so now I have to use Rocky's phone, which plugs into a microphone. It's all just like, whoa, okay?
Lisa says you two are hilarious. I mean, I'm glad you think so. Thank you for saying so.
I mean, yes.
I'm sure there's a whole group of people that are like, oh my god, these assholes again.
Well, okay, we stink pretty.
What other comments have I missed here? I'm sorry if I missed any comments. I'm not ignoring anyone on purpose, I promise.
Why would you do that?
It's hard to film and read comments. Life's hard.
Well, now you're just reading
reminds
comments.
me of this gift that's like this little girl, and she's like, there's just been no Wi-Fi. It's been really tough.
She speaks for all of us.
Have you guys seen that gif? Anyway,
right now I'm just focusing on the gradient. Right.
Jeanette says, I should be working grading essays, but I'd rather spend time with you guys. We're so glad we can be a part of you, you know, shrugging off work duties.
Hey, I approve.
Exactly. Everyone deserves a break.
Oh my god, is this like a Kit Kat ad? Give me a break.
Coloring You says, Camilla's coming out with a new book later this year. I can't wait.
Girl.
Well, you're going to have to, because that's later this year.
Well, I'm probably going to get it. I think I like her coloring books the most just because I like people.
Yeah.
But...
So the other ones you were doing of the little scenes, how were those? Because you don't normally color scenes.
Right, I was going to say, when I get in the zone and do like the Johanna Basford ones, those are... I don't know, they just take so long, and it's because I take forever, and so I don't know, whatever, I try to do extra. But, I do enjoy those. It's just, they're very long to do for a live. So I ended up breaking it into like 3 videos, and I did like 2 videos of time-lapse on like shorts, just to get it done, but... Also, it just, like, the coloring book sits on my desk for, like, until I get it done, which was weeks last time.
Mm.
Basically, I'm just slowly gradating down to the purple. This is, like, one of the middle colors, so we're almost there. We're going to take it to a dusty purple and then, like, a darker purple.
I was just looking, it's like how many people are watching, and it was, like, changing from something to something else, and it looks like it was going from 10 to something, and then it just glitched, and the zero's like half off, and it just stuck there now.
Oh.
Maybe everyone here is just perpetually stuck here, and they can't leave.
Ha ha ha.
It's like purgatory.
Hey.
Just kidding, it's like heaven.
That's right. Heaven must be missing an angel. I don't really know that song, but I've heard that part of it.
Remember when the first Charlie's Angels movie came out with like Drew Barrymore and Cameron Diaz and Lucy Liu, and we basically walked out of the theater afterwards and then walked right back up to the ticket counter, bought another ticket, and went in and watched it again?
Yes.
How old were we?
That was in 2000.
So what, like 18?
Yeah.
Oh my god, is it that long ago?
We had that much money to spend. We were rich. We could watch
heavens.
the same movie twice in one day.
That's like almost 25 years ago.
Yeah, we were like, we don't have to go to work for like 4 hours or something, so back to the movies.
I remember that Drew was dating Tom Green at the time, and so he was in the movies, and it was like, what?
Yeah.
Whatever.
We all have those.
Lisa says, I don't want to leave. Love watching you both.
Oh.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thanks.
We like being here.
Well, as she leaves.
On the planet.
I'm like, no, don't go.
She's like, well, that's too much. I'm gone.
And she's like, whoa, whoa,
We're done
whoa.
with that now.
Clingy, okay?
They've really pushed it over the edge this time.
I'm using this purple just to do some of the shading in here. I could just use it for all the shading. I don't know.
I always bring a new hoodie up. Like, my desk is right across from Kimball's workstation, and I always bring a new hoodie up every time I come up to work. And I never take them down. So they just keep piling up on this chair. And I'm like, why are they so cushiony? What's happening? It's because there's 80 hoodies up here. And I'm like, I need to go buy another one.
Yeah.
Kimball, what was on the list of things to talk about today? Do you remember?
We can start with, I did laundry. I know, right?
Oh, my, you guys. Can we all get a clap?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, real quick,
I can hear you.
I'm going to be picking random colors to be doing shading, so I can't really keep up with this. Like, the numbers. 876, here we go. I'm using this to shade the yellow parts. So I did laundry, and...
Riveting.
It was the one time I didn't check the pockets. And it was my hoodie, and Thank you. What was that?
You had a fuzzy on your head, and I didn't want to come back later and have a fuzzy on your head while we're filming.
Oh, that's sweet of you.
I know. I'm a really good husband.
Right. So we went to Gale's.
Which is like a coffee shop / bakery /
It's like a little
cafe.
diner, yeah. Little pastries and coffee treats. Anyway, went to Gale's, and I was like, oh, Rocky, do you want these napkins? And he's like, no, it's fine. I was like, well, I'm going to take them anyway.
Was that when we ran into Hugh Grant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I pack away the napkins, and I didn't take them out of my pocket when I did laundry.
Oh my God, memories of Hugh all over your shirts.
Oh my God. And I was like, I'm going to wash my favorite cardigan, which is really fuzzy. And so I pulled out the laundry, and it was literally thousands of little white fuzzy balls all over.
You should have been vlogging that day. That would have been a riveting vlog. You just picking out little fuzzies all day.
Oh, no.
You could have done like 8 shorts about it on YouTube.
No. See, I put that sucker on the hardwoods. I stood on it, stretched it out as far as I could with my legs.
Why did we not film this?
I stretched it out with my legs, and then vacuumed it with a little handheld vacuum thingy that we have. And
That's a YouTube short, Kimball. Like, why are you missing these opportunities?
I got maybe 90% of the fuzzy bits out.
That's what you're going to go viral for, is you, like, standing on a sweater and vacuuming it.
There's your...
It's not going to be about your art. It's going to be vacuuming a sweater.
Tips for, getting little fuzzy balls out of your clothing.
Miss Lennox says, I'm a really good husband. Who would say if you got spinach on your teeth? Clearly someone's been watching an episode.
Oh, God. That was so funny. Because Rocky and I always do this thing at the end of a meal where I was like, teeth check, and we do like this big awkward smile. And, sometimes you pass the test, sometimes you don't. Apparently Rocky passed the test, but there was a hidden one in there.
It just popped out of nowhere. Oh, my God. That was so funny.
I was dying.
If I had any shame at all, I'd be embarrassed, but I don't, so it's fine.
Yeah, you're good. We're going to go with the brighter orange for the, more towards the tip, just because it's very yellow, and I don't want to dull it down. These also layer kind of weird. It's like, I love them, but I don't love them, I don't know. Maybe I haven't figured out how to use them just right, but...
Well, Diane said, I read Miss Planksee's Revenge. It was good. I didn't even know if it was ever released, because it was just a bound copy. I'm still reading it. I have been really bad with reading lately, but it's still on my nightstand. I gotta read it.
Nobody's impressed.
She's reading The Mind of a Bee. You may think it's a short book, but you'd be surprised.
There's
a lot going on in Bee's minds. More than meets the eye.
Let's see. Today we went into London and for breakfast, we had some Korean food.
Well, we went to this place that was called Egg Break, but there was a whole line outside. And we were like, as we're walking, we were so excited. We're like, oh, London's so empty today. It's going to be so great. We'll just get right in. No. It was the one restaurant that people were waiting for. We walked 15 minutes past all these other cafes, all these other places. No one was waiting except for this place.
Which was annoying.
Thanks, Google reviews. So then we were like, well, that's clearly not happening. So we walked across the street.
But we were craving Korean food anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah, she sat us on the second floor. Yes. It was almost an empty room, and we had delicious food. It was great. We had dulsat bibimbap. We had seafood pancake. And what else? Some kimchi. And some water. I've had a lot of people commenting, you didn't even go to the gay bars on our comment. I'm like...
Oh. Yeah, we never... I'm like, we never go to the gay bars.
We're not trying to hook up with anyone, and we don't drink, so the gay bars are not really on our list of places to go. But I guess we could just go there to eat a burger.
I don't even feel comfortable going into just pubs, or where people go. Is that what they're called, pubs? When they go in to have... I don't know.
Is it because they feel like someone else's living room and you're intruding?
It just doesn't... I don't know.
I like the pubs here because it feels like you're just in someone's house sometimes. It's more cozy.
It's cozy, but it doesn't feel right to me. I don't know.
Well, if you came from my family, you would just be waiting for a family feud to break out, because that's what happens anytime you're at someone else's house.
Yeah, that's true.
Jeanette says, me and my teenager tried it a couple years ago when we were in London. Swoon, the food. Oh, Egg Break is so nice. She says, great, we missed it, Kimball. We should have waited.
You know what? Next time.
What did you get at Egg Break, Jeanette? Do you remember? Can you let us know? They had really good looking pancakes. I was tempted, but So speaking of pancakes and things we're not going to be able to eat, in the month of May,
Oh,
Kimball and I are going to... Are we done with the other comment topic?
what was it? I'm just talking about food. We're still talking about
Oh, yeah,
food.
yeah. So in May, Kimball and I are going to attempt to eat healthier.
Well, I mean,
And-
really healthy, not just healthier, but like...
Yeah,
really
so we're
healthy.
going to try to cut out a lot of like carbohydrates and like basically all the things that like inflame your tissues and things like that. We're going to try to remove those, a lot of sugars, things like that. So we're going to see how it goes for the month of May.
I'm mostly curious to just see if it's going to help my skin, because my skin is not the prettiest.
I mean, it's not awful. It's just like we get flaky skin and stuff like that. And like my digestion has been not amazing the past couple months, so I'm just like reset.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
But I've also been eating a lot more desserts like on the weekends and stuff like that when we go out. So I just have to have discipline.
Yeah.
YOLO. I said with a single tear going down my face.
I always think that I'm gonna like get through these quickly, and it always takes me like a million years. Is that the same for everyone else though? Like when you're coloring, like do you think like, oh, this is an easy one, we'll get right through this, and then like 5 hours go by and you've colored horns?
Okay, Jeanette had the Eggs Benedict, and her teenager had the French toast. The French toast sounds really good too. I just love French toast so much.
Yeah, I used to make it all the time as a kid. I think it's weird. Like I used to cook like when I was like 10. And a lot of my friends are like, "What? You did?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
One of the memories I had before my father passed away is I remember I was sitting up on the stove and I put my hand on one of like it was the red hot burner, and I burned my finger on it like very quickly. And I remember sitting there on the counter and being like, "Am I gonna die?"
Yes.
I'm sure he was like, "No."
He's like, "Wait, this is my kid."
I mean, I was only like 4, so.
I repeat.
But how did I even know what death was at the time? That's the really weird thing.
I don't know. I don't remember learning about anything about like sex education, death, any of that. I'm like, what?
Well, I found out about it the next year. Anyway.
Oh, that's not.
I know, sad
You're not-
moments on Kimball's Corner.
No.
Um,
Brought to you by Tears.
What else were we going to talk about tonight? Oh, Kimball has an obsession with sheets, y'all.
Well,
If
not
you
with
didn't know this,
sheets,
bedding,
with linen.
linen.
It's
But not
because-
actual linen, like just linens.
It's because you can. Well, I mean, if I could afford linen.
You can't get out.
But it's just a nice, easy way. Since I can't rearrange furniture, I can't hang things on the wall, I can't paint the walls. So buying furniture or buying bed linens and stuff, it's like a really easy way to like update the look.
How many bed linen sets would you say we have?
Just a couple.
Just a couple. Okay.
I would say probably like 8 total.
Like sets that you can interchange.
Yeah.
How many more do you think we need?
Well, I'm probably gonna get rid of some because okay, you make it sound like I just bought all these like yesterday.
No, I know.
I mean, we've had these for like 10 years. Like, the obsession all began when, I don't know. Well, COVID. I was like, I must buy more. Oh my God! Speaking of COVID, so I don't have it, but we did have it in October, and I
It was
forgot.
our first time getting it. We really thought
It was our only
we really
time.
thought we would never get it. We were gonna be the only people ever.
But like, I kind of just had like the foggy brain for a couple days. So if that happens to you, don't recommend going on Amazon and buying things because I bought industrial sized, super concentrated 2 giant jugs of fabric conditioner. And I haven't even opened them yet. And we're never going to run out of that. Like ever. So that's good and bad, I guess, because we're wanting to go a little
Can that be like a new Taylor Swift song? She's like, "We are never, ever, ever running out of fabric softener."
conditioner here. But yeah, it's just, oh my God, the foggy brain and what it does entertain me. But anyway, I forgot where I was going with that whole thing. There was probably a plot.
Jeanette says, "No more COVID unicorns then." And then Diane says, "Yes, pencil crayons are a lot more work than other art supplies, but you are really good with them.
Oh, thank you.
It is nice to watch your process and see the results. Plus, you're a lot faster than I am."
Well, thanks. I remember when I was little, when I very first started coloring with colored pencils, my friend Joelle, well, I used to color, like, I would use one color, and I would press hard to make it dark, and then make it light, and then add white, and it's just one color plus white. And then my friend Joelle Jones, who is now a comic book artist, fantastic one, by the way, she was, like, using multiple colors to create depth, and I was like, oh my God, like, how did that not click with me? So, thanks to her, I changed the way I colored. So I think that's good enough for the horns. They look pretty good. We can touch them up later if we want. Yeah, like, it's just really hard for me. Like, I'm not used to blending with these yet, so I need to figure it out, because there's, like, some scratchy, harsh edges in there that I don't love.
And these lines are from her actual book, right?
Wait,
Like,
so-
these are like this line here.
Oh, these
and,
oh,
like,
yeah, there's, like, her
yeah,
pencil
she's,
lines.
like, quite scrappy.
But, like, I can tell my colored lines. I can see where they're
Yeah.
not as smooth as they would be if I was using Prismacolors. But I want to learn these, because I like them for some things, and I haven't used them in this book before. But, you know, we're
Well,
working.
by the end of it, you'll be an expert, I'm sure.
I don't know about that.
Well, you'll be an amateur.
Okay, I'll be a novice.
A novice, okay.
So should I do skin next or hair? Maybe skin, because her hair, I want to do like purple hair to fade to blue. So I think I'm basically done with these. I could use a little pink in the hair, but these colors I think I'm done with for now. Maybe keep the yellow out, because that might look pretty in the hair to add like a little bit of a yellow shine.
I mean, we all know you're going to add a little yellow somewhere.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to set those
Just set
aside.
it aside, Kimball.
I don't know where they're actually going. I know where orange
Pretending.
goes. I know where the orange one goes. So we're gonna go down into blues.
I feel like the cat's just watching the entire process in amazement over on the other side.
He's like, wow, you guys. So we want to go purple into blue. I don't think I want to use this purple again though, which goes here-ish. Oh my god, I don't even know. We're gonna say it goes there. But we'll take this bluish purple, this pinky purple at the top. We'll go into the bluish one. And then we'll go into this soft blue, and then into, what are you, 660. Well, do I like you, or do I like whatever this one is, 162?
Oh, Kimball came to work with me the other day. That was a fun story. Totally forgot about that.
Similar, really quick.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Do I want to go blue, or do I want to do green-blue?
Green-blue.
Okay, so probably not this color then.
Probably not. I'm always going to say green-blue, though, so...
We'll take it into this soft greenish blue. What are you, 181? Okay, and then we'll take you into a... So 671, what color is this? Blue. That, I don't know if it's the pigment, but I don't like the way it lays down. So we're going to take it, maybe this at the very end. Okay, we're just going to pull out these ones. We're going to work with these.
What numbers are those?
We've got 112, 630, 181, 171, 162.
Perf.
And we might throw a little pink in there. It's the 571. And then a yellow. The pink will just be like a little pop of color in her hair. It may not make it. We don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Make it up as I go. Oh my god, I have coffee.
How many people do you think actually use the same colors as you to do this? Like, they're like, okay, that number, I'm going to do it.
I don't know, because Luminance they're pricey. Like, I wish I could afford the whole set right off the bat, but it's one of those colored pencil sets that I'm going to get over time. And the only reason I'm really switching, or not really switching, but collecting these ones is because they don't have open stock of Prismacolors in England, in stores anyway, that I can find. So, you know.
Embrace the change.
Yeah, the expensive change. Because these are very expensive pencils.
Aren't they as expensive as Prismacolor?
They're more than Prismacolors.
Oh, are these
well, actually, I don't know.
Are these ones are $4.75 a piece?
Well, these ones
Cast Art?
At some of them, yeah. I got them on discount though. I think these were $3, I think, a piece online.
Good thing we don't. Next month we won't be eating very much. So
Yeah, well,
we'll save that money back.
But I don't know the price difference between, because like in the U.S., Prismacolors were between like $1 and like $2.50 last time I bought them anyway. And I don't know how much Luminance was in the U.S. They might be really expensive, or they might be much cheaper. I don't know. But we're gonna start off with this purple. And the light's coming from above, because I'm just following Camilla's shading. She did shadows under here and under the horn. So I'm assuming the light's just coming from above, which makes my job easier. But we're going to keep the highlights on the bouncy part of the bangs. So we're just gonna do little dashes like that.
Diane says, I recently purchased some Bruynzeel color pencils.
Nailed it. Okay.
I've only used them once so far, but I like them. It's Bruynzeel. Have you ever heard of this? Bruynzeel?
Bruynz. Bruynzeel?
Bruynzeel?
I don't know.
How many times can we say it?
Okay, are we saying it right?
No, clearly. The Thames River, Kimball.
Exactly. I don't know. I'm in a coloring group, like an adult coloring book group thingy on Facebook, and the amount of colored pencils that people, like the amount of different brands, I'm like, holy crap. There are so many.
I wonder how many brands there are in like Asian countries that we're not aware of.
Yeah, I have no, just other countries in general.
Yeah.
Like, very curious, but yeah, that's something I would, I don't know, could be dangerous if we ever move to an Asian country. If we moved to Japan, I think I would, like, have to...
Bankrupt us with cute things.
Yeah, go to the stationery shops. All right, so we laid in a little bit of that color.
I feel like I'd really want to go to a themed cafe, but then I wouldn't want people to talk to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just watch you interact with other people.
But you can go to a cat cafe.
That's true. We did that in Nice.
Yes, we did. It was so cute. It wasn't necessarily a cat cafe. It was a cafe where the owners are like, I'm bringing my cats to work.
Which I'm totally down with.
Oh, yeah. And they were cute cats.
And I just pictured our cat that we used to have in that environment and just being terrified all day.
Oh, my God. Mason would not be down.
She would find the highest possible place to go to get away from people.
Yeah, she would just look down upon everybody. I really don't know where I'm going with this.
You're going downtown and you're coloring round.
Because it's going to go right into blue after this, so I really need to figure it out.
Just like our lives.
Oh, that's way too much work. That's not going to happen tonight. We have a lot coming up the next few months.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the other thing, too, is in May for work, I have to go to France. So I'm taking Kimball.
Obviously.
Clearly. I think we're going to drive. I'm not sure. We've been talking a lot about taking the train. And then we did the math, and it's like almost exactly the same price as going there, even with the train fees and the parking and all that stuff.
Right. Because we'd have to pay to get to the actual train station, which is probably like £50 just for us to get to St. Pancras International.
Yeah.
And then
the ticket plus like
for the days we had to go, it was like 400 and some pounds. And then to get there, we'd have to take Ubers or the metro. And I don't know. It just kind of went on and on and on. I was like, okay, I don't know if I want to deal with that. So, you know.
Plus, we always like to get some things when we're there.
Right, and it's just easier to like be able to throw it in the car and drive home.
Plus, I just really enjoy driving, and no, I don't enjoy like the killing the environment part, but it's a hybrid, so I guess it's kind of better. I don't know.
All right, I need to start putting some pressure into this because I don't have. I do have.
Oh my God! By the way, speaking of hybrid, I was watching this thing about like Tesla cars and how many materials it takes to build the batteries and all this stuff, and they were saying that it basically takes about 7 years to become carbon neutral, and then the batteries last 10, so you only get 3 years of carbon neutrality. I was like, there has to be a better way.
Yeah, and then you see pictures of people that like had electric cars in like 1940s. I'm like, wait, what?
Well, remember like the whole like water powered engine thing that like
disappeared
quickly. Yeah. Where's that at?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. I'm scared. But I mean, there's all sorts of things. Like when they made the light bulb and how it lasts literally forever, but then light bulb companies couldn't make money, so they made it so they burn out.
Everyone has everyone else's best interest in heart. That's what I know.
Yeah. Sure, Jan.
How are you feeling so far?
Fine. I'm having difficulty with this because I don't have all the colors that I would normally use. So I'm trying to make it work. And I feel like I'm just having to work a little extra hard when I don't have all the colors. Just bring that down a little bit.
Diane says that the pencils she got say Holland on the pencils, so they're likely Dutch. I bought them at an art supply store with some unique supplies.
Ooh, fabulous.
I love unique art supply stores.
I'm just adding the teal into the bottom of her bangs because I'm going to be going into that color on the other part of her bangs. So I just want like hints of it peeking through. But it's not the main feature just yet.
How do you feel like the art supply stores that we went to in London compared to the places we used to go to in the U.S.?
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of biased just because in the U.S. I knew what art store I would go to for what I wanted, and they always had them because their art stores there are huge. You know, they're not really boutique ones. They don't have like the cute, charming personality of the ones that we went to, but they have everything and more that you could possibly want or need. You know, like in America, you're really spoiled for options. Like, you really are.
Everywhere you go. Not
Right.
just art stores, but
For
groceries, like anything you need, really.
I'm all bedding, furniture. Yeah, like, just everything. And I mean, I get, like, on living in England, you know, we're on an island. So it's like everything's imported. Not everything, but a lot of things are imported. Just going over with white, blurring everything together, hoping it looks good. So, you know, I get that, like, things are more expensive here, or they just don't bring in a lot of things because they don't need all the options. So, you know, I don't know. It's just like you like some things about some places, and you don't like other things about them. So, that's just like anywhere. I'm bringing in this 115 to just get some darker. I didn't think I was going to use it, but I just, see, it doesn't layer the way I'm used to. Like, it kind of looks clumpy sometimes, which sort of bugs me.
Because the thing Kimball likes about the Prismacolors is they're waxy, so they almost blend.
Like, they're very smooth.
Not like oil, but kind of, actually.
Yeah, when you build them up, they do start to have, like, an oil painting vibe to them. But these, I just need to learn how to work with them. Because I used to never really layer my colors. I used to just go for it. Like, I would use a darker color for the dark parts, and then a medium color, and then a lighter color, and just blend them out. But now it's like I have to layer and layer and layer and layer to get the effect I want. Which is nice, actually, because you do get a lot of, like, really pretty colors happening. And it does add, like, a little bit more depth and vibrancy, I guess, to some pieces. Alright, this can just be dark under here because this is in shadow. And then that's not necessarily purple hair over here, but we'll add a little purple just because. We're getting somewhere. Let's bring in the blues. I'm not really sure which is the lightest blue, but...
And that's why they call it the blues.
What?
Do you not know this song?
From who?
Elton John.
Oh, I don't really listen to Elton. Love him. Nothing against him, but... No.
Isn't that Elton John? My God, now I'm doubting myself. I can't say the Thames River. Is it Elton? Alton? Elton?
It's Elton John.
Elton.
Okay, Elton John.
Every time I think Elton, I just think of Ty from Clueless.
Right.
When she's like, if I'm too good for him,
then
how come I'm not with him?
See, we just screwed that up, so we need to start watching.
It says, yes, it is!
We need to watch that again.
There's so many movies that we need to watch again. We need to watch Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. We need to watch Clueless. Trick. What else?
When we can't, like, get the quotes right, that's when we need to start rewatching stuff. Anyway, I decided instead of trying to bring the purple down, I'm taking the blue up. That's all we're doing.
You're going to take the blue to the purple.
That is blue up.
Trisha says, it's Reg, isn't it?
Is that his real name?
Is it Reg?
I think so.
Reggie.
But I don't know, actually.
I remember when Jesse and I had just started home tour, and we were leaving Philly to drive to New York for our first makeover that we ever did. And I remember getting on the Philadelphia freeway, and he always ran the playlist for what songs we listened to, and he put on Philadelphia Freedom from Elton John. And I always remember that moment of just, like, driving and being like, what the hell have I gotten myself into?
I remember our first drive, or one of our first drives from Philly to New York, and we hit that giant pothole in the car.
Oh, my, you
It
guys.
basically, like, threw our car off to the side of the road.
Pretend a section of the bridge just fell out, and we basically ran over that. And
It was
my car,
terrifying.
I mean, I don't know how my car still drove after that. I don't know how I didn't pop a tire or break the axle. But a bunch of cars, shortly after, were just pulled onto the side of the road because they weren't working anymore.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
But then we drove all the way to New York, and my car was fine.
Because it's New York, we're gonna go anyway.
I'll tell you what. So I had a Kia Soul.
Best car ever.
And a lot of people didn't make fun of me, but they
didn't like it.
They didn't like that car or whatever. And I was like, it was the best car I ever had.
Yeah.
If you're an older person, by the way, it's like the best car because you just literally, it's at the perfect height to sit down and stand up.
Right, you don't, like, because Rocky used to have a Saturn, which basically you just, like, fall. He's, like, sitting on the ground.
Oh my God,
so
yeah,
low.
it was like sitting on, like, I don't even know, like one of those Hot Wheels. or like those like big wheels. Remember those? You have to sit with the big handle anyway. But the Kia Soul was amazing.
I love when you do like actions, but people can't see you.
I know. Well, they can hear it in my voice, right?
Okay.
You can hear my hands moving like this right here.
Okay.
And they seem like small cars, but they have so much space inside, and because of how square they are inside, you could fit so many things. Like we could move things so easily for work. Anyway, I love that car.
Yeah, it was a cool car.
That's the one thing I wish I would have pushed to get that car when I came here. But they didn't have a dealership near us, and I was like, well, whatever, Toyota's fine. So we got like a CHR. And that's fine too. It's just, it's not as fun.
It's not the same. I don't know why I'm just adding yellow into the hair because, yellow and purple, they're complementary and
but yeah,
they look brighter.
The reason I brought that up is because the Kia Soul, I never had to have it fixed. The only thing that ever happened is, so weird story time. When I found out we were moving to England, I was living with our friend Amanda. We'd sold our house. We were getting ready we were staying at her place. And it was a couple weeks before we were moving. And I got a flat tire. I was like, okay, that's fine. So I went into the tire place, got it fixed, and was driving. A couple hours later, it went flat again. I was like, okay. So then we took it in, had the whole rim replaced. Actually, I'm sorry. It went flat 3 times. I'm just skipping through the story.
Well, one was like a bubble.
Yeah, so anyway, it went flat 3 times. And then on the day we were driving to Ohio, I won't even get into it. We were driving to Ohio, just pretend. There was a giant bubble on my tire. And I was like, what? I was like, does the universe just not want us to leave right now? Like, what is happening?
There was a lot going on.
It was just one of those, like, it cannot be a coincidence. Anyway, so I still have no idea why that all happened, but it was 4 flat tires in like 3 days.
That's fine.
Other than that, my car was absolutely perfect the entire time I had it, and I gave it to my mom. Yeah. But,
so anyway,
yeah,
I pulled out. So I pulled out
sponsored.
These 2 colors. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them as much, but they're dark and they're a little orangey. But we'll see how it goes. But it's 575, 066, 068, and 745. And I basically just tried to get like a somewhat colorful, like rich dark tones, light tones, whatever, and then a bit of pink. And I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate color into her face. But I'm going to add the pink to just her cheeks. So I like to do it underneath, just so I know that it's there, even if it doesn't show up. And then I can always add more later. But I like to start with it. And again, this is what I do with Prismacolor, so this might not work the same. We learn as we go. It's a coloring book, so I'm not going to freak out about it.
What would a Kimball freak out actually look like? That's what I'm curious.
I try to do those in private.
I'm legit trying to think of what the closest thing to a Kimball freak. It would just be when like things are all going wrong, and you're really annoyed. That's like the closest to a freak out I can see.
Yeah, you usually calm me down though really quickly, so it's not like
I do.
Yeah.
Like what? How do I calm you down?
You're just like, is it really that big of a deal? And I'm like, yes, it is. My crown broke.
So I calm you down by invalidating your feelings.
But no, you're just like, you're like, just think about it. Like, is it really a big deal? Is it, and how are we going to fix it? Like, you're Mr. Logic. And I love that.
I'm Mr. Life's too short. Like, I'm not going to worry about that crap.
Yeah, and I'm Mr. like, oh my God, my life is perfect, but not this one thing, and I hate it, and everything's falling apart. Anyway, I'm using the pink. I'll just do a little pink around her eyes. I don't know. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with color on her face. Like, I wanted to add, like, some kind of weird color. Not weird, but, like...
Something like to keep it bright.
Like
you were trying to do summer vibes, weren't you?
Well, spring.
Spring.
But then I added blue, which really takes away the spring vibes.
Trisha says his name was Reg Dwight. Elton John. Reg Dwight.
Reggie McReginald.
Remember when we bought the movie and never watched it?
Yeah.
Like, we have the DVD or the Blu-ray, never watched it. What's wrong with us?
Well, I didn't want it. You're like, I'm going to watch this, so that's on you.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I still want to watch it. I'm like, I haven't been in the mood for anything dramatic since I bought it.
I'm never in the mood for anything dramatic. I live my life, and I feel like it's dramatic enough, even if nothing happens. I don't know. What color is this? I just picked this up. What are we looking at? 583? Sure. We're using this for a little bit of shading.
Diane says, Kias are great cars.
Agree on the Kia.
I really wanted the electric version of the Soul. Anyway, what else were we going to talk about? We talked about sheets. We talked about travel. We talked about May. What else?
It's gonna be May. I'm gonna make a cute little like workout calendar. It was just one page for our little, month of working out. To keep track, that always helps me stay on track. We're taking weekends off, of course.
We did put on Taylor Swift's new album, and I really liked the production of the songs. I really liked the way they layered her voice. But then I started getting really depressed about 5 songs in. I was like, Campbell, we need to change it. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not in the. I can't be depressed right now.
And I'm like, this is just, it's good background music for like when you're painting or something. But I don't know.
mean,
I love peppy. It's just because I love peppy music.
I think part of it's just like Kimball and I just want like positive, like happy vibes lately. With everything. So even like the shows we watch, the music we listen to, like we've just removed anything that has any kind of like
Nothing serious, nothing too negative. Well, nothing negative. I just like cute, fun
I think when we were
things.
younger, it might have been like a better thing. I remember listening to Alanis Morissette when she had Jagged Little Pill came out. We're like, 'cause I love that you gave me.
Yeah. But also, like, when I was younger, I wanted to be older. So I was like, I'm so mature. I'm watching these types of movies, and I did like them. It wasn't like I was lying to myself or anything, but if I was being honest, like something cute and fun would have been more my jam, like Hello My Little Ponies or something.
Didn't you have My Little Ponies?
Yeah, I still have My Little Ponies. I love My
Oh,
Little
you
Ponies.
have way more My Little Ponies than you used to, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, because when I was a kid, I was embarrassed to buy them, whereas I'm an adult now, so I do what I want.
When did you get over that phase?
I don't know. I mean, I remember in my 20s, I was like embarrassed buying My Little Ponies at the store, and I was like, oh my god, if anyone asks, this is
When
for
we
my
were
niece.
together, you were embarrassed by it?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
You guys, when Kim and I first moved out, our big thing was like, oh my god, we can buy whatever we want at the grocery store.
I'm not going to use this one.
What did we buy? Oreos.
Well,
We were like, we're going to go through an entire case of Oreos because no one can tell us no. That was like one of the first things we did when we went shopping.
and
We were
what
like
did
17,
that
18.
do to my figure? Good lord. Nothing good.
I just did not know about nutrition.
Yeah, me either, actually. They were like, eat tons of carbs and lots of fruit. And so, I would have like 2 Jamba Juices a day.
What a random time that was, though. We moved to this place called North Hollywood, California. It was predominantly like a Hispanic neighborhood, so all the billboards were like in Spanish, and we were like,
It was
kind
so
of the minority
eye-opening.
at the
Like,
time.
yeah, it was good, but it was like, I don't know, like at the time, I was like, what is this? I'm so confused. And then now I'm like, I'm so glad that I had that experience. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause-
we were so young.
Yeah.
We literally hadn't even finished high school. We moved to California and finished high school through correspondence at like a local high school.
yeah,
I'm like, how did we even figure all this out that we could do this?
I have no idea. But
I don't remember any of it. I just remember like graduating with our class and you had purple hair.
No,
Or what? Didn't you?
I had teal hair.
Teal, okay.
Yeah, because it was like a greenish teal.
It was cool though because our choir that year.
We've already talked about it.
Oh, did we? Well, they came to Universal Studios and our teacher bought us 2 extra tickets because he knew we lived nearby, and so we came to say hi to everyone off the bus as they were going inside, and he handed us 2 tickets and said you can go like hang out with everyone.
Thanks, Mr. T.
What a cool guy.
Yeah, he was one of the best teachers. Just building up the shadows. I don't know. Do you guys like it when I talk about like why I'm doing what I'm doing, or are you
Yeah,
one of
what
the,
do you guys want us to talk about?
or like are you the kind of people that like to just I mean I'm fine with just watching. Like I can watch someone and learn how to do something.
Or do you want us to just shut up so you can hear the scratching of the pencil?
Just turn it into ASMR. It's now an ASMR and coloring channel. Also, do you like more coloring or do you like okay, if I'm looking at analytics, the coloring books do so much better. Like just coloring and chatting. And I'm totally fine with that. Easy peasy. But so I'm assuming people like that more?
Well, you're probably getting a lot of subscribers from those videos that are expecting you to keep doing that. So I don't know how they're going to respond when you do your own art too. So it's just YouTube's a funny beast, to be honest.
When I do my own art, like I hardly get any views, and it's fine. And then when I do coloring books, it's like ba-boom, it takes off, and that's cool too. Like that's a little more exciting. Makes me want to do more coloring because for one, it's easier. Because I can just I don't have to like think about proportions or anything. I'm just layering on some colors.
Yeah. Trisha says that she wants to know why you're doing what you're doing, basically. So yeah, she wants you to talk about it. She also says, for me, it was waiting for my daughter to be old enough to go to the cinema to see Disney films. I wanted to see them without embarrassment.
Oh, yeah, I get that. Okay. Well, I was just layering up some colors.
There you go. Perfect.
From dark to light. And then the pink did get a little covered up, so I'm going to come back in with the pink and give her some cute little cheekies.
To warm it up a bit.
I might add some yellow or orange too, just because that's always cute in the cheeks. And it takes it from just, a pink. This skin has so many different colors in it, let's be real. And I always like to just do a blush across the face. And I don't have like a super pale, well, okay, this is like the palest I can do, because I don't want to like just leave this like really like scratchy looking, so I'm going to add this color over it to kind of darken it up a little. Okay, it's the wrong shade, and I went, see, that's one thing I'm having issues with, is like I'm holding the same pressure, and it wasn't, like I was using the same pressure, and it was like a medium color here, and then like it made a really dark mark right there. So that's what I don't like about these pencils. And I'm not sure why that's happening, because it doesn't happen with
It's like
Prismas.
there's just a chunk of pigment that comes off or something.
I don't know. It doesn't happen with the Prismas for me. So I don't know if it's just this one pencil, blah, it could be a lot of things. But I'm not pressing all the way down. I'm not pressing as hard as I can go just yet, because I want to burnish with the white, because it'll kind of pastelize, blend, and blur everything together, I hope, anyway. We'll see how that's going to go.
Diane says, I like hearing you talk about what you're doing, plus it's great to listen to you and Rocky converse.
Conversing is the wonderful thing. All right, I'm going to add a little yellow. This, I'm not sure if it's going to work. I need to clean the tip off because it had some blue on it. But it usually just very lightly going into it because it just adds a little warmth to the cheeks.
It's like nutmeg. It's that little something in the back that makes you go,
Okay, it didn't work as well as it does with Prismas. So
it looks good, though.
I lessons learned.
It looks better than it did, though, without the yellow.
Okay, well, thank you. I'm going to use a red 070 for her lips, but we're going to go light with red, heavy with pink, and heavy with white. Because Listen.
You touched the horn croissant.
I'm far too animated with my hands. I'm sure I have an eraser somewhere.
On the pencils.
I don't know if these actually erase. These don't. What do you mean on the pencils?
On the pencils over the
Oh,
top.
I'm not using those pink erasers.
Oh, here's one.
No, I use this one.
Oh, okay. Clean it off.
Yeah, make sure it's
Don't
clean.
you touch that.
I mean, I'm not planning on coloring the background, but...
Not in this live stream.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't come all the way off, but it lightened it, so that's fine. Anyway, she's not, like, dressing up to go out to, like, on the town, so I don't want to give her, like, striking red lips or anything.
Jeanette says, I agree with you, Diane! It's very entertaining to listen to the two of you.
Oh, I'm glad. I've had people in the past tell me, they're like, can you just, like, talk less? And I was like, I know I'm not for everybody, but you do have the power of fast forward.
Or just put it on mute. You can be like the commercials on Wheel of Fortune. Like my grandma always put the commercials on mute. Do you guys ever put like commercials on mute? Does anyone still watch TV?
I don't. I'm not paying for a TV service. I mean, it's kind of funny because I'm paying for... You pay for streaming and you still get all the ads.
Yeah. It's all just like slowly going back to the way TV was, but you have an infinite amount of choices.
I just want to add, she's kind of smiling, so I'm putting like a little smiley dimple mark right here. Camilla, like, we don't draw lips the same, so it's kind of hard to like find her shape to like color the way I think it's supposed to look, like in my head. But I try to work it out. Sorry, I don't know if you can see, I have a towel up here, so like when I put the pencils down, it's not loud, otherwise it's as opposed to... So, I use a towel to keep it quieter, but also I'm trying to clean the tip of the pencil off on the towel.
Oh my god, behind the scenes.
Dun-dun-dun. I was like, what was I doing? Anyway, just gonna color in those lips. But yeah, it's a little difficult to kind of incorporate my style with her style and what I think should happen, what I think it should look like. But yeah, the red gave it a nice little extra depth. Just going to scratch in a little bit more on the shady side. And then come back in with the pink and kind of smudge it around a little. That's what I do like about these, is that they do smudge quite easily. I mean, I may not like it in some instances, but like this one, when I just scribble in a tiny bit of that red, I can smudge it around really easily. Alright, she's looking pretty cute. I'm going to add... I might even bring this red. I shouldn't have done the orange in her lips. I should have just brought this red in.
Lesson learned.
Because now we're going to go winter vibes because she's wearing a scarf.
That makes sense. You wouldn't wear a scarf in springtime. Well, unless you're in London. And
I know,
it's
it was so
8
cold
degrees
today.
Out. It was so good. It felt like winter, but all the leaves were out. It was very confusing. The roses were all blooming, but it was, felt like it was about to snow any minute.
Yeah, it was a little bizarre.
It was very nice, though, actually.
It did have its moments, for sure.
And the sun came out. We found this street. I think it was off of Uxbridge, and I think it's in Kensington area, maybe. But it was a bunch of these really cute row houses or flats, whatever they're called, and they were all pastel colors.
So pretty.
I'd show you, but they're on my phone. But yeah, just gorgeous, absolutely. And Kimball and I were just like, how much are these houses? They have to be so expensive.
Yeah, I didn't want to look.
But yeah, super charming. And there's nothing super special about the houses themselves. They're all just kind of brick houses. They're 2-story places.
It's a brick.
But yeah, the fact that they're all pastels and...
Yeah, I do love a nice, cohesive, clean neighborhood. Like, you could tell everyone there took care of their property. It looked really nice.
There was one place that had... what's that plant called?
There's a lot of them. Narrow it down.
Purple ones that we smelled.
Wisteria.
Mysteria. Growing up all like straight up the house, it was so cute.
Yeah, there was a ton of it. It was really nice.
And like along the iron fence along the street, it was really, really pretty.
All right, feels like I'm standing in a timeless dream. Just need to add a little more color here. And then like when the lip pushes out, it like gets lighter right there. So I'm just leaving that light. Gonna come in with some white and trying to just blend it all together into the white of the paper. And if I was doing darker skin, I wouldn't use white. I would probably use like maybe like this color to blend it out to like the brightest brights, because it might look a little strange. It might look like either oily or wet skin if you do that.
I know these are supposed to be horns, but they just look like cronuts to me.
Yeah, everything looks like pastries to me.
Croissant donuts.
Everything is a pastry to this boy. All right, now I'm just kind of going over everything because I don't really like paper texture showing through. So I just do this, and I know I could get a blending pencil, but I can't be bothered. I just use white. I don't mind if it pastelizes everything a little bit. Although somebody did recommend one from Kohinoor, which I may try. I don't really love Kohinoor pencils. They're colored pencils, but I really loved them when I used them with Gamsol because they melted really nicely on the paper that I was using. And so
what is Gamsol, by the way? Is it just a chemical?
Yeah, it's a solvent of some kind. I don't know. It melted down the pencils, though. It was really pretty. And they blended really well. And I couldn't bring the Gamsol with me. I had to leave it in the U.S. They wouldn't pack it. But I'm sure I could find it here if I looked for it. But yes, it was... I only did one piece with it because it's, it's toxic and I don't have like a very... my room wasn't very like aerated.
So, things to talk about. Our favorite
she's colored
group is called 17. They're from Korea. They're a K-pop band with 13 members. They have a new album coming out tomorrow.
Using 803 to shade her eyes.
And their song that they're releasing as their like title track is called Maestro, and it's basically all about AI. And so they actually used AI to make some of the music video. And I think the theme is basically like who's really in control and like who's the maestro.
Right.
And like what's real creation versus not. So it's very interesting.
I love how, because they write their own music, so I love how like it's very, a lot of their songs are very like current of the times, like when COVID was happening and we were all in lockdown, they wrote a song called You Are Not Alone. Mm-hmm. And they made a music video, and it was all of them basically doing a giant Zoom call for like their, it was a birthday party, like celebrating birthdays or anniversaries or whatever. All the moments that you didn't get to share at the time.
It's called Ito Dijanai?
Ito Dijanai. Yeah, but it's just You Are Not Alone. But yeah, oh my god, it's so good.
Anyway, the new video looks insane.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's creepy looking because it has like the AI people like playing instruments, and like his hand like goes into the cello and stuff. It looked creepy. But they write all of their own music and produce it, and obviously they do have some outside help, but yes, they are very good at what they do, and that's one thing I just really love about them.
But they're basically releasing a huge album with a bunch of their famous songs, like their most popular songs, and then I think there's 4 or 5 new songs, and I think they're doing a music video for each one of them.
Yeah. I'm just adding a little more blue up here because it felt, I don't know, just a little too separated from her bangs. I kind of struggled to get like a good... I mean, I guess I could just use a darker pencil. I was trying to keep it kind of lighter and not too dark, too contrasty, but I could just grab a darker blue. But I don't want to.
I think part of the reason we like them so much is just because of the positive messaging in their music so much. Like, we tried to get into other bands, like other K-pop bands, but it always felt like they were trying to be sexy or like trying to be like bad boys or girls or whatever.
Like all the time. Like,
yeah.
Because 17, they have like songs where they're sexy or whatever, but like, it's not all the time. And that's what I like. Also, like, they're too ridiculous and funny in real life to ever really take them, like, see them as sexy. I'm like, you guys are like children. It's hilarious. I just brought in this darker purple because it was, I don't know, the vibe wasn't great. So it's number 135.
I mean, we're kind of like children too. Sometimes I'm sitting here working and I'm like, who gave me this responsibility?
I know.
Who was like, yes, Rocky.
And I'm like the bad friend.
No.
I'm like the bad friend. I'm like, Rocky, come play with me. I'm bored. He's like,
it reminds me of Patsy and Adina when she's like, stop trying to make me go on holiday, Pats.
I know, right? All right, just adding a little dark purple down here because now that I'm seeing some extra contrast, I'm liking it more. But I don't want to do too much. Up here it's kind of hard because there's no lines. It's all just open space, I guess. I don't know. So it's like, I want to blend it out that way, but it's so obvious when I do. And I hate doing like a 500 streaks, but here we are.
Oh my God, by the way, someone from my, I think it was HR that was getting audited or whatever, and they reached out the other day and they were like, hey, we're doing this audit. We need you to like send over your CV. And I was like, my CV? Why? And they're like, we don't have one on file. We need to know that you have like a higher education to support. Otherwise, like it's required for you to be in the country working. And I was like, I don't have it.
Yeah.
So I had to make a fake CV. Not a fake, but I had to make a new one.
Yeah.
And I told them, I'm like, I don't have a higher education in this field. So I went to college for off and on 5 years, but I don't have a degree in anything. So
more important,
let me know if I need to pack my bags. And he's like, I'm sure you're fine. Haven't heard anything back yet. So we'll see what happens.
All right. So I don't love this hair. And it's on me, but also I wish Camilla gave a little more direction with it, but mostly it's on me. I don't love like all these streaks. I just want to blend it down this way, but it would look really weird if I did. Whatever. We're going to live with it for now. I might try and like nitpick it later. What color should her eyes be? Rocky or audience, anybody watching? What do you think?
Well, they're already really dark, so I don't think you're going to be able to make them light. So I think they should be like a regular darker color, like a green or like a teal or I don't know.
All right, we're going with this green.
Or, what happened if you made them yellow, like her horns?
Like yellow to pink, maybe?
Maybe.
I can do like these two pinks and a yellow. We'll see where this goes.
But you know what I mean? Like they're already shaded so dark, it's like hard to really control what's happening.
Well, we'll make it work.
Sadie says, she looks amazing.
Oh, thanks. It's always a little difficult to color other people's artwork because I'm like, did they mean it for like this color? Like this right here, I don't know if that should be colored or not.
Kimball's been doing a coloring book for a while. Well, he probably put it on pause for a while, but he has a coloring book in the works that he's been thinking about doing, and he's worked on many pieces for it.
That's true.
That's all I got.
Good story.
Are you going to finish it? That's my question.
I don't know. I mean, I have all the pages sketched out. I have probably 5 pages done. But then I also get like disheartened because I look at other people's coloring books and I'm like, mine is nothing like that. Like it's not better or worse. It's
just like a different style.
It's not, yeah. And like I see these other coloring books that are doing so well and I'm like, mine does not stand a chance. So I don't know. We'll see. It's basically themed on sketches from my sketchbook. So there are some new ones in there as well. I'm just coloring over this blue. I don't know why. We're going with it. But yeah, I don't know. I like them. I don't know if other people would like them. I don't know what to do for like backgrounds.
It's funny because like Kimball and I, we both do YouTube because we like what we're doing with it. Like we like talking to people and all that, but also it's like, and I enjoy my job, like my professional job. I do enjoy it, but the other part of it is like, it would be really nice to be able to do YouTube full time and just like
Yeah.
do what the things we want and support ourselves that way. I think we're really far away from that because it's a very slow growing thing for a lot of people.
Like on Romy Michelle, I think we're like 2 years away from that.
Yeah. So all that to be said, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's like supported Kimball because he's almost to 3,000 subscribers right now.
Which is scary and exciting.
And also for everyone who's like gone over and supported the new channel, like for our vlog channel as well. It's very much appreciated.
Yes.
All the time that you guys have spent watching that is definitely helps, get the channel more subscribers and more like view rates and like get pushed out to more people. So we very much appreciate it. Just wish it wasn't so slow going. We just want to jump to the top right now.
I know. I remember like, well, I was getting a little emotional because I was thinking about just how nice everyone is, and I think it's just so funny how like nice things get me emotional. Like, I mean, obviously like sad things do too, but. I was reminded of when people were doing, I don't know what it is, but they were giving me money, and I was like, what are you doing? And then someone was like, everybody's chip in. And I was like, oh my God. And then everyone started chipping in, and then I got all like super teary-eyed, and I was like, I have to go, you guys. Thank you so much. It was a little embarrassing, but that's just how it went. Okay, so scarf color. Scarf.
Diane wants a coloring book, so just finish it for Diane.
Color. Okay. Diane, it's on the way. And the other thing that really sucks about it is that it's going to have to be like the Amazon print on demand kind of thing. Because I don't have a publisher. I don't know how to like get it out there. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The paper's not like the most amazing in those books, but it's still colorable.
Is it different than this?
Mm-hmm. I'm fairly certain, anyway. I think it's like... Bear with. One moment, please. Looking through my coloring books. Oh my God.
Just pull them all out.
Well, I like intertwined them. Coloring books.
Oh my God, what's happening? Why are they intertwined?
Because I saved pages I don't want to color.
They love each
I think
other.
it's like this. No, even this might be better, but it might be more like that paper.
Oh yeah, like thinner. Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's not as great. I'll finish it someday. No one can see that.
Have you shown it?
No.
Oh.
I was just coloring it, and then we moved the art room over to here, so it's like over a year ago.
Why don't you leave it out? We'll show them at the end.
Okay.
We'll do a little like flip through of your
I'll
weird
probably
intertwined coloring books. No one will let us forget.
What's her scarf color? Let's get her done. Let's just stay with the same colors.
Maybe purple?
We'll do
Purple teal? What was these two?
I don't want to do.
Oh, no?
I don't want to do like another color change.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So we can do purples because I do have. Well, we'll do like these berry colors.
What about this one too? No.
No, it's too blue.
Okay.
We'll just do these two. We'll keep it really simple. So I'm just gonna do a light, quick coloring with the lighter color.
What if it was like
first.
more pinky?
Pinky on the brain. Well, here, I can do a pink layer over it. I'm not going that color if that's what you're looking at.
No. Just pink in general.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cute.
Well, I will layer up these, and then I'll leave the pink out, and hopefully it'll shine through just a scotch at the end.
Jeanette says orange? Question mark?
You know what? Too late.
Sorry, Jeanette.
That would have been really good, though, because orange next to the blue would look really pretty. Like her blue hair.
Just do orange.
I think I'm, like, way past that now.
Okay. We failed you, Jeanette. We failed you!
I'm sorry. I forget there's a delay. Sometimes I ask questions, and if it's not answered right away, I'm like, oh, well, no one cares. But then I forget that it's like probably like 10 or 15 seconds. And that's on me.
That's on you.
That is on me.
Sadie says, yay!
Yay!
Diane says, I'm sure it will be great.
You know, we're hoping the orange would have been better.
Jeanette says, I'll cry myself to sleep now. I'm so glad we could do that for you.
We're here to help.
Have the sweetest dreams ever.
Okay, so we got that one down. Now we're going over with the pink. Do it this way.
What's the other thing coming over?
Her hand? With like flowers on it?
I don't know why. I thought it was like just another part of the scarf draping over. Well, I am looking at it upside down though, so.
You've got it on screen over there.
Yeah, but look at the resolution. I put it down really low so the upload would be better.
Well.
It just looks like pixely.
The things you do.
Jeanette says, no, purple is good too. And then she put a purple heart.
I mean, it's good enough. Blame Rocky. Maybe it was me. I don't remember who. We are the same person sometimes.
Which is weird because we are so different.
Yeah.
Differently alike.
Oh my god. It's a channel that we watch. I remember in high school, people would like mistakenly call me Rocky. Like, whatever, you guys are basically the same person.
Did they?
Yes, all the time in
Really?
theater. Yeah.
How weird.
And I'm like, are we the same person though? Like,
I don't think we're the same.
no.
Maybe our humor is the same. Maybe that's why they're... Because we do like a lot of the same things.
I think it was basically like we were always together, so if they tell me something, it's like telling you something.
Probably.
Because I'm going to tell you later.
Might as well just call us Rimble. Or Cocky.
Oh my god, my best friend as a child, his brother called me Rumble Rama. I was all, excuse me. That is not nice. Alright, we're done with pink. Pink is set aside. We're going to go in with the dark purple and block in the shading. Well, just do the shading, I guess. I don't like it purple.
Don't do that. Do orange.
I don't like this. How am I going to make it orange?
Do the shading in orange. Why not? You're crazy, Kimball.
We're going to try. We're going to use this color, which is 066, which is like a brownie orange. And then 044...
Everyone gets what they want.
Okay, hold on. And maybe 533. So we've got a bright orange.
Medium and dark.
Or should I do that orange? Do you like
Yeah,
that one
probably. What's
versus that one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, everyone just calm down.
Don't pull too much focus.
Big changes, big changes. All right, so we've got 044. Well, okay, the darkest is 066. And then we're going to go 044. And then 850.
Oh my god, it's like the lottery.
And then we might just throw in some yellow.
Bingo!
All right.
Oh my god, don't stop, Kimball.
Hopefully this
What are you looking at?
Good.
Pixel
I'm making sure I was in screen.
Okay.
Whatever.
I mean, it's not too far away from what you were doing.
Right, that's why I was like, okay, it could work if I wanted to. So, we're going to just...
Oh god, everyone's on the edge of their seat.
This is a hard shadow because of the...
Jeanette's in mid-sip of her coffee. Trisha was getting
Did
ready
she just do a spit take?
Trisha was getting ready to do something and she just stopped.
Somebody looks up, sees orange. Basically, coloring in... That was just a shadow from the above scarf. And then...
Diane stopped mid-hair flick.
Listen. And then it's darker down here because it's like... I don't know. In my mind it is. That's why. And there's like a little crease there. We'll make our own creases in the scarf because that's more fun. Just make it up as you go.
Sadie was in mid-blink. Now she can't even see what you're doing.
Oh, God. Blend that out just a little bit. This is all just a little bit darker back here. That way it'll help push out the rest of the scarf. And then this is going to be like really dark under here. But I'm going to leave a little light edge just to help separate from the other part so it doesn't all blend together. And then we can kind of soften that up. And then, ooh, this has some bendy folds happening, so we're just going to play with it. I see a little...
Ben folds 5.
Oh my god. There's a little fold in there, so I'm just making it darker and blending it out.
What was the song they did?
Beats the hell out of me.
Ben folds 5. Anyone, can you sing the song? Anyone on the chat, can you guys sing the song? Or just write the lyrics to, like, one of their famous songs, choruses or something. And then Kimball will sing it if you guys get it right.
I don't even know their songs.
You will get it. You'll know if they write the lyrics. I'll help you out.
Yeah, you will. You'll take the lead. Anyway, I'm just making up my own shading here. It's basically...
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Dreams. Ben's Fold 5. Isn't that is a band, right? We're just making something up.
No, it's a band.
I heard Sixpence None the Richer the other day.
So kiss
Take me back. Kimball's like, which song? I was like, which song do you think?
The one that everyone knows.
Trisha's all who?
Like The Who or...
Ben's Fold 5, I think is what they're called. They were from like the early 2000s, right?
I would say 90s, but what do I know?
What songs were out when we first moved away from
Savage
Idaho?
Garden.
I remember Vertical Horizon had their like, Do You Want to Take My Picture song. We were listening to Savage Garden's second album that had been out for maybe 5 months.
What Britney's album was out?
I don't remember. One of the Britney albums, probably like the second one.
It was the one that had the Can't Get No Satisfaction on it.
We had, remember the graduation song from
Vitamin C?
Was it Eve 6?
Vitamin C. Oh,
No.
I was thinking Vitamin C's Graduation.
No, but the Eve 6 had the one...
Here's to the Night. Is that it?
Yeah. Cheers to the night.
I think it's Here's to the Night.
Say
Yeah.
goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else was out?
I'm basically following the lines of, okay, so this is like a hard shadow next to her hand, and then like I see this here, so I think it's like a clump of scarf. And since scarves are usually chonkier, they're not like silk, which is very thin fabric, you can make them a little more rounded and soft. Like they don't have a ton of hard wrinkles on them. Just letting you know why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Diane put this really cute emoji of like a green square-shaped guy laughing. He looks like almost like Homer Simpson turning green or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
Trisha says, "I think they must have passed me by." Is that lyrics from the song?
I know.
Are you
I would
saying-
totally die if that was one of them.
Is that are you messing with us right now? Is that lyrics from the song, Trisha, or do you not know them? It sounds like lyrics.
Sounds like we really don't know Ben's Fold 5, and I'm fine with that. I didn't listen to them. I listened to like Erasure forever.
Oh my gosh, totally.
I listened to New Age music. Is that what it was?
Enya.
Like Enya and Lorena McKinnon.
Oh my god, Highwayman from... Does anyone know the Highwayman from Lorena McKinnon?
Good times.
If you don't, you need to look it up.
The Highwayman was writing.
It's a piece of poetry that she made into a song. How is that piece of poetry so suited for a song, by the way?
I don't know.
It's so long.
But I drew a picture of it. Of like the woman tied up and the guy like waiting for the Highwayman dude to come or something, and I mean I can't really remember how the song goes now, but
Trisha says she was not putting lyrics down. She was just saying Ben's Fold 5 passed her by.
alright, well you can write a song. Alright, we got the shading blocked in.
I gotta look up a song real quick I'm just gonna open up a new window.
And we're just gonna go to the next color and drag. We're gonna color over the dark areas and just drag it out a little bit further. And then when I add the actual orange, it's gonna change it a lot. You finding anything, Rock? Want to use my phone?
No, it's fine. I'm looking most famous song.
Just type in Ben Folds 5 popular song.
What was their biggest hit? Brick.
Yep, sounds like it.
Are there lyrics here?
I don't think I ever listened to Ben Folds 5.
You would know them if you heard it, though, I'm sure.
Yeah, because like it sounds like a band like Jamie would listen to.
It'd be like next to... Oh my god, what's the other... What's the guy... He was in a band and he went solo, and Jimmy used to listen to them all the time. I can't remember.
Maroon 5?
Not Maroon 5. They're still together.
I don't know these things.
What's the guy's name? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Moving on.
People tuned in for coloring, and they got us trying to reminisce about our past.
We're trying to figure it out.
What music did I like, or did I think I like? I feel like we
Sadie
don't...
says, I love Erasure. They were, and then Jeanette says they were popular in Sweden in the late 90s. Even did an ABBA cover, I think.
Who, Erasure?
Yeah, I think, right?
Yeah. I love Erasure. Yeah, I think they did. If you change your mind...
Jeanette says it was ages ago I last listened to them.
Same here. I've literally listened to 17 every day for the past, 4 years.
Kimball and I had no idea that ABBA came from Eurovision.
Yeah, I mean...
Until recently.
Honestly, I didn't know what Eurovision was until I was older. I mean, I knew about it before I got here, but definitely wasn't on my radar as a kid. I don't think we had it in the States.
I don't even know if I fully understand what it is. Is it basically like the original American Idol? Except it's like people that write their own music and stuff like that? I feel like I should know this as a gay man living in the UK, but I just don't.
Listen, Kate, you're new here, sort of, and we don't have TV.
Jeanette says 50 years ago they won Eurovision.
That's crazy. And I can't believe Eurovision's been around that long.
Have any other bands really made it big after Eurovision? I'm curious. Or was ABBA like that? I'm assuming ABBA's the biggest one.
I love how we're just quiet, waiting for a response.
I hear crickets.
All right, we're about ready to bring in the brighter orange.
I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to eat after this, because I wasn't hungry at all beforehand, and now I feel like...
A little peckish.
Wait, time out. Celine Dion won the late 80s?
Oh, yeah, I feel like they told us that last time we were here. Totally forgot, and I was like...
She sang for Switzerland. What is happening? How did we not know this? We are bad gays.
I'm sorry, do you listen to Celine Dion ever? It's like we all know her songs, but
Trisha says, no, it's a song contest, not a talent contest.
okay.
Wait, so did they come on and just sing one song? And do they have to do it multiple times, or is it just like this? You get one chance to sing a song.
I love how like invested we're getting into this. And is it going on right now?
Kimball, we should join Eurovision. We should try to write a song and we'll go participate in Eurovision.
I can't sing.
Come
to
on,
save
Kimball,
my
just
life.
do it for everyone.
I don't even think I would pass the audition phase.
Sadie likes the Mummers Dance song.
That's so pretty.
Is that Lorena McKenna?
Yeah. It's a good one.
Every country has one song. Interesting.
Can't decide if I want to do like a pale yellow for the lightest or if I want to do white. I guess I could also bring the brightest orange, especially for down here where I didn't totally fill things in. Oh my god, I've been watching this guy, like, he's a realtor in Italy, and he, like, shows houses. I'm just like, oh my god, Rocky, we can afford it.
Oh my, you guys, there was a house in this area in Umbria on the Tuscan border.
Oh.
It was 240,000. 220 euros, 1,000 euros, which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But, like, doable, right?
For some.
For some. The interior of this place was
beautiful,
stunning, and these American it looked like two gay guys
couple,
basically lived there and like completely renovated. There was like they had AC in there, heated flooring.
The kitchen was gorgeous and huge.
Like the rustic kitchen, multiple rooms.
Oh my god, how gay are we?
I was like, I don't even care where it is. Like, let's just get it. We'll move there. That's where we'll live. I don't know how we'll support ourselves. We'll just make it work.
I will sell my body to science, not to sex.
Jeanette says you have to watch it. It's a whole spectacle. Do the people who write these songs like have to choreograph their own?
Is there
thing?
choreography?
I think there's got to be some kind of like outfit thing or some like theme, right? It's not just people standing singing. There has to be lighting. Whole like how does this all work? I'm very concerned.
I mean, I don't want to base my knowledge of Eurovision off of the movie that came out. That's all I got.
Did you see it?
No, but I've seen previews.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I lost a lot of contrast with that last. Because my brightest orange was like almost neon orange, which was not the right vibe. I started it down here and then I stopped because it was going the wrong direction. And I don't have like a salmon-y pale orange or like a pale vermilion or something.
Trisha says there's about 40 entries now, so they have semifinals. They would have to.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my god, I saw this thing, it was like, I don't know if it was really at the Olympics, but they're like, can you believe he did this at the Olympics? And it was some guy on the, what is the uneven bars?
Okay, yeah, that's a
thing. And I think he messed up his routine, so he just stood up on the uneven bars, took his shirt off, and was like dancing around, and he was like super hot. You remember this?
Yeah, we watched it together the other day.
Oh my gosh, I was like, that's the Olympics I want to go to. I don't know about anyone else. I don't care if they complete the routine.
But I do love the Olympics. Like,
yeah,
well,
totally.
Not all of it. I like the mats, like the floor mat routines. I think those are so. I'm just like amazed by what humans can do. Like, you guys are blowing my mind.
Jeanette says, "Oh yes, every country send their artist. It's a thing with lights, choreography, and clothes. So it's kind of like the Olympics of music, is what it sounds like. Eurovision feels like the Olympics.
Like, why is it not bigger in the U.S.?
I don't know.
Maybe it is. I mean, maybe it's just on cable or something, and
because they're worried about like Miss America and like Mr. Universe or whatever.
I guess, like, whatever. And was that still a thing?
I never understood the Miss America thing, to be honest with you. Like, no, I'm not putting it down. I just never got it. I was like, okay, but why?
But I do like that. Like, in the end, whoever the winner is, like, goes around and does a lot of charity stuff with that.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, it is weird. Like, I mean, the swimsuit part does not make sense to me. Like, you don't have to look good in a swimsuit to be able to help the world. I don't know. I mean,
like, what if there was one that was purely off intellect and like people's motivation to like make the world a better place? What if that was all it was?
Well, we all know that sex sells, so
yeah. Well,
all right. I just brought in this really dark color, kind of loosely going over, just adding in some creases and wrinkles because I felt like I lost a lot of contrast. Because. Oh my god, we've been watching Raven's Home lately.
So there's a show called That's So Raven. I don't know if it's even like known here, but it's basically Raven, Simone, who was on the Cosby Show forever ago, was like a little girl. She was the actress. that
Little
played-
Ray Ray.
Yeah, little.
I
Ray Ray.
don't know what her name was on the show.
But she had a show called That's So Raven on Disney back in like the late 90s or early 2000s.
it was like 2004, I think, is when it stopped.
And then
maybe?
she came back
as like the parent.
as a parent. She has her own like another show back in like 2012, I think, is when it ran.
But this one is like 2017 or something.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Really funny though. She's
Yeah,
just so insane.
Yeah, she's hilarious. I don't know. I really like Raven. Yep, that's me.
Like the show's absolutely ridiculous. It makes no sense, but it's just funny.
But I like it.
Jeanette says originally it was just European countries, but now Australia has been in the competition for a few years. So I guess America doesn't participate in it. They're like, you're not allowed.
Oh, is it just like European countries?
I
then?
think, but now Australia is involved, so that makes sense.
Does it? Well, I guess.
It makes sense to them.
Well, they have a tie to England, right? Or am I wrong on saying that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't want to like say anything like
Jeanette's like, nope, it's called Eurovision.
that makes more sense.
You're
Okay.
out.
What are we at here?
You're out, America.
Ooh, hour and a half later.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get her glove colored really quickly. Pick a
Yeah.
color.
Light sky. How about pink? Like a really no, that's the color of her skin. What would go good against her skin? Because that's what she's touching. What's the opposite of pink?
Green, like a pale green, like a.
It would be the
this-
only green thing. Would that make sense?
Well, it'd be like this color green.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
But like,
That would be also be like a color you would see, like a really light version of that.
do you want it like really light or you want it dark with this in it?
Maybe do lighter, and then you can build up some shadows with darker.
What are all the dots gonna be?
I don't know. Yellow. Do yellow on those because you need to bring yellow down from her horns.
Oh, I was gonna add yellow into this scarf. Just like, not really noticeable, but noticeable.
As an artist, I can tell you which colors to use, Kimball.
Oh, that's true. Thank you.
Can you explain your process here?
Yeah, I'm just adding some touchy yellow. I don't know.
Just wherever you feel like it. Just like I
Just
want
where the
here,
light,
here, here.
where the light hits. I like to do lines of yellow sometimes, like, it's not up here, but like right here, it's just down in there. It's
Jeanette
fine.
says yeast. Do yellow. It was probably yes, but it's just YEES.
Oh, like yellow.
Yeast.
Oh, I could do a yellow glove. Should I do a yellow glove or a blue glove or this color glove?
Well, I would either way bring yellow
Oh,
in,
yellow.
like to the flowers, maybe.
Okay.
It'd be
All right.
cute to do blue with the yellow flowers.
Look, now I have to color around all the
Oh
flowers.
my god.
So I'm gonna leave the flowers white. The centers of them will be yellow. Do I want this to be the rest of the glove? Or do we want to do like a green?
Purple could be pretty too.
I don't want to bring purple in.
Sagey.
I mean, I have like that color.
That's pretty.
Like these two colors.
Maybe. There's no other color like that on the page, but why not?
No, we're going with this.
Okay, great.
They're in my hand, so we're gonna go with a light color.
We're gonna cut off the
first.
chopped part of her hand down there, where you
Oh.
can see the meat. And she should have the bone showing.
You know, sometimes you just don't want to draw the whole arm.
Wasn't there? So in the new Deadpool movie, there was a thing with a store in the background that's like no hands.
Oh, Leafield,
Or
yeah.
only feet. Or
Feet
something.
only.
Feet only.
Yeah.
And then Kimball was telling me it's because the guy who like drew the original didn't like drawing hands or something.
Yeah, he would like find a way to hide them. And I mean, hands aren't the easiest thing to draw.
That's pretty funny.
And I mean, he did draw them. They just
They weren't his fave.
whenever he could, he would avoid it.
What if you, Kimball, as an artist, your thing could just be drawing hands? That could be your thing. All you draw is hands.
Then people would think I have like a hand fetish.
That's maybe you do. You just don't know it yet.
I'm pretty sure I don't.
There's nothing wrong with having fetishes. Everyone's got them.
I just don't have a hand fetish.
We're not going to talk about them in the chat.
I like legs.
There you go. Oh, Kimball does like legs. That's true.
And I mean,
Which is like, why did you get with me? I have like the weird. I do not have legs at all.
It's
Just so everyone's aware.
not about how big your legs are; it's the shape of legs.
Mm-hmm.
I like your shape.
Kimball likes to pretend, and he's like, "Yeah, you have leg shape." I'm like, "Sure, Jan."
I mean, there's some people who just don't have shapely legs, and that's fine. But I like it when the leg is like wide and then thin and then wide and then thin. Doesn't matter.
I'm practically historic. Like sometimes I'm like walking, and people are like, "He's floating."
Only when you turn sideways. Where did he go?
Wasn't there a joke about Kate Moss or something? Like, was it Family Guy, and she like turns sideways and disappears?
Yeah. Oh my god, I used to be obsessed with Kate Moss when I was a teenager.
Really?
Yeah, not like obsessed, but I think I liked her because Joelle liked her.
Oh, okay.
But also like, it's Kate Moss. She's awesome.
Wasn't she in the Ab Fab movie? Does she like
Yes.
get pushed over the side? And that's like
Yes.
the whole premise of the movie is them running from
Everyone thinks that Adina killed her.
Yeah. What was the reality? Like, where does she end up?
She just gets out of the beach. She just, like, later on you find out she just walked out of the water. I think she had a drink in her hand. She's like, hey. Oh, her hand's, like, turned like that kind of. So, like, this part is all in shadow. You can see right here, like, light on top. And then this is all in shadow. So that's just what I'm doing down
So
here.
you're going to keep some, like, light here and on top.
Right. But I'm
Okay.
coloring this part that's, like, the underside of her hand that's bending. Just because it would be blocking all of the light.
So what your survey says on the pencils so far?
Again, I like them. I just have to figure out how to use them because I keep trying to
how do you
use
really
them.
use them different? Like, how are you going
Well,
to use them different in reality?
Like, okay, with Prismacolors, I press really hard because I have all the colors that I want and I can blend them really easily.
Yeah.
These ones, I'm feeling like I should layer them up loose, like lightly. Like right now I'm putting like a light layer down and I can keep adding to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to add a little wrinkle right here because there's a wrinkle. And that's probably how I should color with these.
All right, everyone, whoever, just in the comments, leave a random thought that you're having or that you want to know about.
Unless it's negative.
No, it can be negative, whatever you want. It's whatever you want.
I mean,
we'll decide to answer it or not.
Like meanly negative. Like
yeah.
you can have
Don't
sad,
be mean. You know how everyone is in the chat, Kimball. They're all going to come for you.
I'm just saying I like to keep it
They're not
nice
that way.
and light. Yeah, but their thought right now could be like, Jesus Christ, Kimball, hurry the frick up.
There's papers to grade. There's essays to go through.
Can't really see her knuckles, so otherwise I would like define her knuckles a little more. And basically, so where the light, okay, it's a little thing. It's really hard for me to explain, but like where the light hits on top, like right here where it's lightest, and then it goes into shadow, I always make this part the darkest part of the shadow, and then it gets lighter as it goes down. I don't know why. It's an effect that I like, and it's definitely like that way on boxes. So I'm gonna make the shadow the darkest up here.
On boxes?
Yeah. So, okay. With this now we're getting into it. So when you draw a box, we got a simple box, right?
Oh, 3D.
Well, I have to. So if the light is coming from like this direction, this will be your lightest part of the box, and this is be like shadowed, and then the other side will be the darkest. But the light is hitting, it'll be the darkest there, and then it fades like that. That's how I color.
Oh, gotcha.
And a lot of times it's because like the light could be bouncing off a wall over here.
Right,
so
right. You have some
like,
fill happening.
So you have some light that goes in, it bounces back like right here, so it gets a little lighter.
But like the furthest part from the fill is here. So it's like the darkest is always going to be right around the corner. That makes sense.
Yeah. So
oh my God, Kimball, really
that's the
teaching everyone.
Best way I can describe it.
We've got some comments.
Okay.
Jeanette says, "Have you ever been to Sweden?" No.
However, story time.
There's an alternate timeline where Kimball and I moved to Sweden to work for IKEA as a photo retoucher. So when I was working at IKEA at the end of our like IKEA home tour traveling makeover show, whatever, if you don't know about it, I'll tell you later. But anyway, they weren't committing to keeping the show running, and I needed a job. So I was applying to other jobs at IKEA, and one of them was photo retouching at their headquarters in, was it?
Somewhere in Sweden. I have no idea.
I can't remember the name of the... I keep wanting to say Delft, but that's the wrong country.
Definitely.
Anyway, it was in the middle of Sweden, and I was on phone interviews. They were like extending the offer to me, and at the same time...
The only thing is that they couldn't give him a definite salary number.
Yeah, and at the same time, I had an offer from a company in Baltimore that was like very generous, and I just wanted to know how much this other job in Sweden was going to pay, and they were like, "We can't tell you the salary." And I was like, they're like, "We can tell you next week." And I was like, I can't wait that long.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you don't know how much you're paying this role before you started it. So I rejected that, and I went to work for the company in Baltimore. Very glad I did.
Crazy.
But yeah, there's this whole other part of us that almost went to Sweden. So good question.
Yep.
Trisha says, "Oh, is it a hand? I was seeing a flowery elephant's trunk."
Oh, well, you see what you want.
Jeanette says, "No more essays today. My pupils will have to be patient." Their loss.
That's right.
She's talking about Sweden, I guess.
No, yeah.
I think we would have had fun. I think Kimball and I will have fun no matter what we do.
For sure. We're almost done, Rocky. You can eat soon.
I don't know what I'm going to eat. I'm still like, what should I eat?
A piece of toast.
I just want French toast now, but I'm not going to do that.
Don't do it, sweetie.
Last time I had dessert before bed, it was not a good situation.
Mm-mm. think I'm just going to use this blue to color in these flowers. Just keep it really light. Because that makes it easier for me, and otherwise I'd have to come up with like a gray or a blue and color them all in when I could just use this. And then I'll probably use like a brownish yellow for the flowers, for the centers, up in the shadowed area, and then like a brighter yellow for the non-shaded areas. This makes everything easier. I can just color it all in. These are so loud when you color with them. Just in case you thought I was lying.
Sadie says, have the spiders returned yet?
Oh my god, we've already gotten rid of like 2 or 3 in the house. And there's one living in like the rearview mirror of the car.
And every time Kimball goes out to the car, he's had a new web.
I have a wand that like, well, it's a stick, but it's my magic web wand that I clear the webs with. But more importantly, we have a rodent living in our walls.
I think it's a squirrel living in the ceiling above our like main entryway. And like the landlord knows about it. Like they're all aware.
Yeah, they're working on it.
But it's just like he's chilling up there, definitely scratching around doing things.
Yeah,
but it's just one. It's not a bunch. It's just like one moving around doing things. I think honestly he's bringing nuts in there, and I think if they ever open the ceiling, it's just nuts are gonna fall out.
Right, because you can hear him like shoving the insulation around, and like it sounds like sometimes he's dropping. It sounds like marbles, which I'm thinking are the nuts, like little acorns or walnuts or something.
I want to be friends with him.
So I don't know if it ever breaks through the ceiling and there's like, I don't know, a rat family. There's gonna be all hell to pay. Like I'm gonna freak out.
I wish we could just have technology that would allow us to see through the ceiling, like infrared technology or something.
I just wish they would just drill a hole. I don't know which color I was using.
What are they gonna do? Drill a hole in what?
Have like a little tiny camera go in.
Oh, and then what? They see that and then have to take the whole ceiling down. Like what do they do?
Well, I mean, they could put something in there that's like not poisonous. I don't want to kill them, but something.
We don't even like killing the ants. So right now we have the ants walking around the kitchen looking for food, and there's
like
3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, it's not like an ant line. If there's an ant line, we're putting an ant trap down.
And you can tell they're like seeking out food. So we're trying to keep everything really clean because we don't want them to find it, because then we'll have to put like a trap down.
Right.
And we just don't want to kill the insects. I just go elsewhere.
I'm neither here nor there about it.
Kimball doesn't care as much as I do. I have a really hard time killing anything. I can't do it.
It's just everyone's like, spiders are fine for you until you don't know where they are. I mean, if I knew if the spider was never gonna touch me, I wouldn't care. I would be like, okay, he's gonna stay in that corner forever. I'm fine with it. But that doesn't happen like that. And then he ends up on my shoulder, and I'm just like, oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, freak out.
Well, Diana asks, how is house hunting going?
I don't think we're going to move. So it's just...
We just basically are on a month-to-month lease at our place right now. So we're keeping an open mind. Like if something really amazing came up that was affordable, I think we might. But right now, the places around where we need to be are not affordable. They're not nice.
Well, they're affordable, but they're not big enough. So, I guess that makes them not affordable, but... Yeah, it's like we could buy some places, but we would have to either get rid of stuff or have a storage unit, and there's no point in that.
And I think to move into a smaller place, it would have to be pretty special, I think.
Yeah.
We're in our 40s now. We're not ready to, like, sacrifice at this point. Like, especially with some of the houses that we did own, we just know what works well for us. We can live in a very small place, don't get me wrong. Like, we can live in small quarters.
Like, we've lived in, like, 500 square feet, like... I just tried to find like a beige brownie color. I'm going to go over it with yellow, but I want to darken up these ones that are in the shadow.
Diane says I should have how about a stir fry with rice? That's almost what I had for lunch today. We had a dulsat bibimbap. So I'm probably not going to do that because I feel like Kimmel and I were like laughing on the way home. We're like, we basically ate a bunch of oil.
Oh my God. And then we went to homemade, I think it's called Homemade Buns is the shop. And it's basically like, picture like a cinnamon roll, but made out of a croissant. And then hollow it out and just fill it with custard.
And creams and things.
Well, the custard, it was...
Yeah, so we have oil and sugar running through our system. I got so tired on the way home, I had to pull over and I was like running laps up and down the side of the highway just to like wake up.
I was fine. But I was kind of tired all day. Just coming back in, there felt like some of these petals weren't quite colored in. And then I'm going to just go over with white to lighten it a little bit, just on the petals.
Kimball and I made a purchase this week at John Lewis. It's the first time we ever decided to make this purchase. It was silk pillow case. So we each got a silk pillowcase because supposedly it's better for your like hair and your skin. So we're gonna try it. I wasn't thrilled about the price.
Yeah, I think what was it?
I think they were like 45 pounds each.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, well, it's our sleep.
Well, it's my hair and my face.
We'll do anything.
All right, I think that's that. Did I miss anything? Are we missing something? Are we good?
What about all the cronuts? You have to try all the cronuts, Kimball.
No, God, no. No, I think she's done. I don't really do the backgrounds. They're there. They look good. Grayscale.
They're there.
I pulled out pretty much every pencil. Why did I even bother?
You pulled out all the stops.
Well,
let me just get this camera steady. I know it's like an earthquake right now. All right, there we go. That's a little steadier.
Hey, you. Okay, we'll hold it up. Okay, so first off, if you missed it, we were coloring in that book.
Yes.
And we colored that page.
Oh, Kimball.
I know, right? Like, super cute.
Another one for the fridge.
Probably not the fridge, but like, whatever.
Now, before we forget, let's pull out those other coloring books that are all layered together like they're in a menage a trois, and let's look at the ones you finished. I'll come around here.
Well,
so they're not upside down.
I wasn't really going for the ones I've finished. I was planning
on
the
situation right now, just so everyone can see what's happening. It's
I was planning on coloring these as like summer, fall, winter, and spring.
Sadie says she's stunning. Jeanette says beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, y'all. Sorry, I have to read the comments quick because I'm on. Oh, good job, Kimball from Trisha.
Nothing colored there. Thank you, darling. See, I just was saving that page. I think the only thing I've colored in here is when I did. Oh yeah, this one.
Okay, so that was the first coloring page you did, right?
Yeah.
When you started doing coloring pages.
Yeah, I think that's the only one that I've done in here.
Okay, next.
So, well, just you chill out there, mister. We're gonna use this as a little
perf.
Save the page.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me.
And then this.
This is a cool coloring book.
I know. Okay, we'll look at this one first because it wants to close. I was thinking about coloring that one. I almost colored that one tonight. But
what's happening there?
I don't know. It's a little crown with a block and faces. We colored. I've done most of these live.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's just do a quick flip through. Nope. Still lots to color. Did that one live. This one was weird. Okay, so I did this one live, but then like one of the products, I think it was the Marzipan Twists from Jane Davenport, like bled through the page. Well, this is the page, I don't care, because whatever. But it's kind of weird. It was only the purple color, though.
Mm.
Anyway, that one was live.
I'm sorry. It's happening. All right, moving on.
And that one was live.
Okay. Well, you have done a lot of these live.
Oh, this one was live when we were running out of time, and I didn't know if we were going to, make it before your phone died.
Oh my gosh, how funny.
Living on the edge. That's it for that one.
Okay, which one did you want it open to?
Hold on, oh wait, I don't have... Darling, you're now a bookmark. And then this book, no idea, I just ordered it a long time ago. I almost colored this tonight, but I might just color that on my own because these are a little more detailed.
So pretty, I love these.
But I started, they're all Zodiac stuff, so I started that one a year ago, and then we moved the art room, and I completely forgot about it until the other day. So I might end up trying to finish him, but I have to try and remember what colors I used. The only one I remember is Tuscan Red and Canary Yellow.
There you go.
So yeah, that's that.
Fun.
I figured that'll be fun. That's Rocky's sign. Little Aries.
That makes sense. Sorry. Come for the ride. Just like flip you guys around. I know it's probably not great for everyone who has like vertigo, but
my mother would be like, "Hooah!" She's got bad vertigo.
All right. What else?
That's pretty much it. We're gonna go so Rocky can get himself a little snack, a little treat, a little something, a little before dinner.
He's always thinking about me.
I don't eat after 7, so I have a coffee. That's not eating. And I've been having goat's milk lately. What? Who am I? Who is this? I don't know. Who is she? Very tasty. It's like, it doesn't really have, it's like a sweet, light, creamy flavor. I never thought, because I've only ever had goat cheese, and that's got like a distinct flavor, so loving it. And it's supposedly better than dairy milk. So.
You know what else we're loving? Y'all! For joining us on Kimball's Corner. All right.
Love you guys. And yes, we'll see you next Sunday. It'll probably not be a coloring page. I try to just do a coloring page. Or...
Oh God, your original
You know
art.
what?
I'm out of here. I don't want to see
You
your
know
original
what?
crap.
If you stayed this long, leave in the comments if you prefer a coloring page or like a random Kimball's art page.
Or if you just want to see Kimball no matter what he does, because he's so lovable.
I prefer you to choose. Also, I'm not going to be offended if you want to do coloring, because I love coloring and just chatting, and that's like a lot of fun, and I can keep my own artwork for my own self. It doesn't matter. So yes, let me know, and that's what we'll do next week.
Everyone's saying goodbye. Tons of love to you guys.
Farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu.
Kimball, are you surprised? I'm not going to make you sing a sign-off song anymore. It's done now. No more sign-off music.
In the middle of my song, you tell me
no
we're
more.
not singing. Okay.
There's no more.
Bye, guys. We will see you next week. Thank you for joining, and I appreciate it, and love you all.
Well, you didn't let me finish. There's now a sign-off dance. So if you could just, let's do a sign-off dance. Go ahead. Make it good.
Just so everyone knows, I have no idea how to dance.
Okay, go ahead.
All I know is the white man point and dance. Okay, we got this one. This is
Okay, good. But what's today's? What if you think about the vibe of the piece?
Shoulders. She's got shoulders.
Come in closer.
Shoulders. She's got shoulders.
All right.